I just want to ask you this. Do you think that any of the friends of the show for this season may become actual housewives in the next?
I don't know, but hopefully we see Deborah again. That's my girl. I love her.
Started out for sure.
I love her.
Oh, Deborah. Love her.
Oh yes, you heard it here first. That good Ashley Darby would like for Miss Deborah to make some more appearances on the Real Housewives of Potomac. Yes, indeed, she wants Deborah back. But do you? Okay, do you? Did Miss Deborah bring in the ratings? Did she bring in the numbers with her story? Well, that's exactly what we're going to be talking about today. So get into this, all right? Plus, we got some tea on Married to Medicine. I am just like, this Married to Medicine stuff, I am just ready for it to be sprung upon us. But unfortunately, it looks like we're going to have to wait a while. So let's start with the Deborah news. So our friends over at Urban Belle Mag reported something that they spotted over on the Real Housewives of Atlanta _ Real Housewives of Potomac page on Instagram. Both links will be in the description down below. All right. So apparently Miss Deborah's husband jumped into the chat and said, confused at why Real Housewives of Potomac keeps choosing to highlight the worst of Deb. Hitting pause in 4K and seeing a lot of other not so flattering images. The ratings are up though. I guess that's what matters. My patience is wearing thin, but her battle armor is getting tougher. So for me, I was curious as to how her husband would react to her making this accusation that Chris Bassett was allegedly either staring at her or had made her feel uncomfortable in some way, shape, or form, and then the camera showing something different. Now, we all know reality TV can alter reality in just a few ways, but I don't know. I'm just not buying this particular story for some reason. And so I was wondering how her husband would react to this. Well, apparently he is standing behind his wife. He's sticking beside her, as any good husband should do. So one of the things that he says is hitting pause in 4K and seeing a lot of other not so flattering images. I mean, it's par for the course with reality television, especially if you are coming onto the show and you are, in a sense, going after one of the, I would say at this point in time for this season, one of the fan favorites of the season. So you've got to have an expectation that there's going to be quite a bit of flack coming your way, or at least coming your wife's way, if she chooses to step into the reality TV arena and make those types of accusations, which cannot be proven by what the camera shows. So he's going to have to expect that there is going to be some backlash, as well as she is going to have to expect that there's going to be some backlash. She herself seems to be taking it in stride. I mean, she makes jokes about it on her Instagram. So in my mind, I'm assuming that she's okay with how things are going, but it appears as though her husband is not. I think this is one of those instances where you really have to have a conversation about what reality TV means for you and your family before you decide to do it. I think that there's one thing to be a friend of a friend on a show and to show up, to events and parties, that are filmed without the expectation that you're going to be an active participant. But the moment that you decide that you want to become an active participant in the drama, that is when you honestly and truthfully, you step into that ring, and you at that point in time are at the mercy of either the editors, the cast members themselves, or the views of the audience. So Miss Deborah, Mr. Deborah husband, y'all just gonna have to withstand the storm at this point in time until it moves on, And if she's hoping to make more appearances, as Ashley is hopeful that she will do, she will likely have to continue to wear the full armor of the Lord and go forth and prosper, or not do it, pretty much. All right, so that's that. I wanted to bring that to y'all because I was like, this is interesting. I had mentioned it before, like how was the husband reacting? So I was like, we got to talk about it. All right, so the next thing we need to talk about is Dr. Heavenly. So our friends over at Reality Chat dug, went, dived a little deeper into this Dr. Heavenly thing because I told y'all the other day about Dr. Heavenly posting this photo with Letitia, Dr. G's fiance, which she does spell out. Okay, so everybody knows on her Instagram. Well, apparently the people wanted to know more. So Bravo Lecture on Twitter asked now at Dr. Heavenly, please let the people know if y'all are friends or if Bravo is bringing this lady onto the show. Dr. G's future wife, hashtag married to medicine. And so Dr. Heavenly responded and said, as of yet, no contracts have been signed. So that had me wondering, as of yet, no contracts for the show have been signed or no contracts for them have been signed. Dr. Heavenly had previously told us that Phaedra hadn't even signed on the dotted line at one point in time. And in my video where I saw that Dr. Heavenly posted this, because it seems like everybody's posted up with this lady, Dr. G is about to marry. So it's very interesting that all of this is occurring right before filming is set to start after they made their big announcements about big cash shakeups happening this season for Married to Medicine. Everybody's been wondering, like, what's going on with this? Why is everybody posting Dr. G and this lady all of a sudden? Well, I was wondering, well, what does Quad think about all this? What is Quad like? Like, is she, listen, Quad, I'm sure is unbothered, but at the same time, I had to wonder, like, your girlfriends and all everybody's posting up with this, with your ex and his new woman. Like, how that make you feel, dog? And so Quad posted up on her Instagram and she said, I'm just somewhere being cute and classy, hashtag Cape Town, hashtag South Africa. So Dr. Contessa responds, I'm coming. And you see Drew Sidora has responded, love you. Let me tell you something. Right now is the perfect time to be in Cape Town, South Africa. It's summer over there, okay? Now, even in the winter, it doesn't really get all that like cold like it does here. But baby, let me tell you something. I am sure, based on this little carousel of photos, that Miss Quad is having the time of her life, okay? Which also pretty much lets us know that Married to Medicine is not set to film anytime soon, or at least within this month, I would assume. Maybe in March, who knows? But even with that time frame, we likely wouldn't get to see Married to Medicine until about what? Maybe September, October, November even. So I think that Married to Medicine is a long ways away. But let me know what you guys think in the chatterization down below. You know, do you think that Quad is unbothered as she seems? Because listen, baby, I'm gonna tell you, being in South Africa right now, I would be unbothered too. Now, that's all the news we got for y'all today. Make sure you guys keep it locked on the channel and I will catch you in the next video.